Good evening, Wizards Nation. We just lost big to the Miami Heat, 132-101, lost by 31 points. Granted, the biggest storylines from this game was Keyshawn George sprained his ankle and did not come back. Looks like he hobbled to the locker room. Bilal Coulibaly got wrecked. It looks like this man got tackled by Jaco Jonas, and he also went to the locker room, did not shoot the flagrant free throw. But nonetheless, we lost. We got wrecked. As a matter of fact, the first quarter, let me turn this thing on real quick. The first quarter, we were up by 9 with our starters. As soon as our bench went into the game, it was a wrap. And we never recouped any momentum that we had after the starting lineup performance. Let me put chat up real quick. Let's see here. Let me put chat here too as well. What it do, Fonzo? What it do, Rich? Let's see here. Won't report. Fantastic. Oh, yes, D'Angelo Russell. What you mean he won't report to DTC? Yeah, screw this game. Here we go. So here's the thing that basically came out. Report. D'Angelo Russell won't report to the Wizards. Team will, quote-unquote, try to figure out what's best for him and for the team, per the GM, Will Dawkins. Will Dawkins actually had a press conference an hour ago. I just saw it get uploaded to the YouTube page. It's 14 minutes long. Highly recommend it. Another one right here. D'Angelo Russell is not going to report to the Wizards until leadership assesses, quote, what's best for him and us in our future. If I'm a betting, what I would take from this is just like, this man doesn't want to be here. And I'm with Charles. We don't need him. And this might sound harsh. I don't want him here. First for the tank, we want a tank. He might ruin that, even though he hasn't been having the best of seasons this year. Also, at the same time, I don't feel like he fits the mold of a quote-unquote veteran. I don't know. He is in his late 20s, but still, I just don't want him around my young bucks. You know what I mean? I don't want him around my young bucks. I want Anthony Gill. I want, Trae Young looking like this man's super invested on the bench with us. I want my veterans to be veterans who are respected, who know how to play, who know how to win in this game. Wiz Rollins says he can go play in the EuroLeague or so. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not mad at this at all. I'm actually kind of relieved, honestly, because I was thinking about this. And let me put this up real quick. Let me put up his contract, because I said as soon as we traded for him, I was like, let's waive his ass. No offense, no offense to D'Angelo Russell. Let's waive his ass, but it takes 2 to tango. So let's pull up his contract. I believe he has, if I'm not mistaken, how do you spell his freaking name? All right. A 2-year, $11 million contract, and he just signed it. And he's in a player option. So look, this is his contract, y'all. This is his contract. He's due for $5.6 million this year, and next year he has a player option for another $5.9 million. So obviously, if he really wants to get out of here, he would decline the player option. But it does seem like they could be on the works for a waiver, or for waiving him. Femgo says, bye-bye, good riddance. We've had this man for 12 minutes, and we're already saying good riddance. I like it, though. Yeah, Richard Lode, he's a snitch. Yeah, I don't want him to snitch on my boys. I don't want him around, Bub Carrington, Trey Johnson, boy. We saw Bub had a little bit of a scandal on Snapchat earlier this year. You know what I mean? Could you imagine if friggin' Russell was in a locker room? Obviously Russell was 21 years old when that happened with Nick Young in LA, but still. Oh yeah, and also, yes, they waived Dante Exum. Yes, you're right. You beat me to it, Wiz Rollins. Thank you for that. They did waive Dante Exum. So we'll see what happens with this. I like to think they're going to come to a mutual agreement. I don't think he's going to report here. As a matter of fact, I think that was part of the deal for both sides when we traded for Anthony Davis. Russell was just a filler. Exum was just a filler. Everybody was just a filler for this trade. So we'll see what happens. As a matter of fact, I think there was a video of Will Dawkins talking about it. Because like I said, he had a press conference today. Highly recommend. Check it out after the stream or during the stream. I don't care. During the stream, dude. He talks about the Anthony Davis acquisition and also about this D'Angelo Russell thing where we got the quotes from. So we'll see what happens. But let's go back to this game. I want to talk about this game for a bit because, granted, I mean, it was after the first quarter, this game was a wrap. Not even after, it wasn't a wrap. I mean, like, after the second quarter was a wrap. But after the first quarter, I have here my notes. This is our players. Hold on. In the first quarter, we were up by 9. Like, our starters were putting in that work. Like, we made our first 7 out of 8 shots. Offensively, we were on fire. Keyshawn George made multiple threes. Alex Saw was wrecking. I believe he had 8 points in the first quarter. Bob Carrington had a pull-up 3, like his usual stuff. You know what I mean? And I have here my notes. Yeah. And as soon as the bench came in, the all-bench lineup, the bench mob, the tank mob, as soon as they came in, they relinquished the 9-point lead that we had. And we ended up going down by 4 points at the end of the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, it was bad. Like, they outscored us by 18 points. But the bench mob was just not it today. And I guess, I mean, to each their own. I guess the bench mob did their job. But at the same time, our starters shot 71% from the field in the first quarter. Our starters did. The bench mob comes in and relinquishes everything. Starters actually, I was thinking, I was like, I think usually we've seen the starters come back into the second quarter, like what? The 6-minute mark. You know, Coach Keefe is taking his time, and, you know, it's obviously a tank move, a tank job. He actually put in a starter. He put in Keyshawn George first, I believe. And Key, at least like at the 9-minute mark in the second quarter, because it was getting bad with the bench mob. And once that happened, I mean, after that, it pretty much was a wrap. The starters came in, and they never got any momentum back. They lost it all. You know, the defense was just not there tonight. But, you know, my first takeaway from the starters in the first, I guess, 7 or 8 minutes of the game, I was just like, because our starters tonight were Champagny, Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr, Bub Carrington, Balak Coulibaly, all 5 dudes are going to be key players for us moving forward. Young players. In my head, I was just like, no, these guys are ready to win now. You know, I saw some people freaking out on Twitter regarding us possibly winning this game in the midst of the first quarter because we were up by 9 points. And I was just like, no, I think the bench mob is going to come in and do their job, and they did. But, I mean, we saw it. Like, our starters were outplaying the Miami Heat starters. And granted, I mean, I know that some of them players are not playing, but, like, you know, there's Norman Powell, Bam Adebayo. But I don't know. I definitely saw that. I was just like, we are wrecking with our starters. A +9. And just never really, you know, fully came back from that. I don't think he's actually adds anything at all to this team, so why would you even keep him on, says Simhumph. Regarding Hardy, there hasn't been any update on him. I mean, I haven't really listened fully to the actual Will Dawkins press conference. I'm assuming, he has to show up. But I think the bench mob is going to be this. The bench mob is Devuch, Cooper, Jameer, and Will Riley, and I think Keshawn Gilbert's going to be rotated out. He's in a current 10-day contract, so we'll see what happens with him. I think this might be like I guess like a flexible, it might be one dude 1 week, another dude another week. But, I mean, going back to Keyshawn George, because Keyshawn George had a left ankle sprain and did not return today. He hobbled into our locker room after rolling his ankle. I believe this was in the third quarter. Yes. Yeah, third quarter. We'll see what happens. I'd like to think that the fact that he looked pretty frustrated. I saw him take off his jersey and like kind of throw it on the ground when he was headed to the tunnel. We'll see how long he's out. I mean, prayers up to the kid. Hopefully it's not anything serious. But my prediction is I like to think they're going to take their sweet-ass time with him and his return, considering they've been doing that with every single injury they've had. And, rightfully so. When Keyshawn George had an ankle sprain, I was just like, dude, the game's out of hand. you don't want to risk an injury for Alex Sarr, Bob Carrington, all these other dudes who are still playing in the fourth quarter. But, we'll see what happens with this one. Oh, he was on the bench at Street Close, says James. Yeah, great observation. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We are playing. I'm gonna keep this stream not too long. I'm dropping a Will Riley video, and it's so annoying because Will Riley today, yeah, he had 9 points, 4-10 from the field. But his career night performance last night, 27 points against the Nets. And I was just like, watch me drop this video on him, and this man shits the bed. He didn't really shit the bed though. Nah, 1 of 4 from the 3. I mean, the entire bench was just not it tonight. Look at this. Minus 20, minus 17, minus 28, minus 21, minus 33. But the starters, I mean, Champagny, his 3-ball was not on one tonight. 13 points, though. 1 of 5 from the 3, 7 rebounds, 3 offensive boards. Keyshawn George, he started off solid. I mean, really solid offensively. But then cooled down a bit towards the end. 13 points in 19 minutes for Keyshawn George. Alex Sarr, also in the first quarter, started off really solid. 12 points in 26 minutes for him. 12 points and 12 rebounds. Bob Carrington, 13 points, 6 of 13 from the field. 1 of 6 from the 3. Our threes tonight, besides Vucevic, nobody was effective. Balak Coulibaly had a bit of a rough night. 2 of 7, but mostly just 1 of 4 from the 3. 4 rebounds. Did have 4 turnovers, though. Wiz Rollins says, maybe not too bad to let everyone fully recover for the next season. Yeah, dude. That's what I keep saying. Like, anybody who goes down with an injury, make sure, especially if they're one of our dudes in our starting lineup or our key players, let them take their sweet time. Not just for the tank, but for next season as well. Like, you don't want to risk them re-aggravating anything. Like, Balak Coulibaly, if this man gets injured, I might consider not shutting him down, but like an extensive rest, because I want all of my young bucks to be fully healthy coming into the offseason so that they can continue working on their games. Like, God forbid Balak Coulibaly gets injured, has a freaking hand surgery or whatever the hell, misses a month in the offseason. Like, I want them all to be fully 100% healthy coming into the offseason so they can continue developing their games. Like, so no need. Like, we have too much incentive to not, to rush them back from injury, and also in general, like, for the tank, So I want them all to be 100% coming into the offseason so that they can, especially add strength. All of them. I'm not mad at them for not having strength. I mean, they're all really young. They're 20 years old. But, yeah, it does suck with Keyshawn George, though. I don't know how long he'll be out. We'll see. I'm thinking about I don't know. Caleb Wilson versus Boozer was awesome last night. We have got to hit in his draft, yes. Yep, Wiz Rollins. Hey, Wiz Rollins, I'm dropping a video on Will Riley at like 5:30, and I talk about how I think Will Riley and Jameer Watkins, considering they both got 45 minutes last night against the Nets, I think these two dudes will benefit the most out of everyone. And that includes Sarr, George, all the primary guys. Trey Johnson when he comes back. These two dudes will be playing heavy minutes for the rest of the season. Jameer played 33. Will Riley played 21. But the main reason why that's because Coach Keefe ended up putting him back in because the game was getting out of hand, the starters. But best believe, if this game was competitive, you would have seen Coach Keefe bench our starters in the fourth quarter. Like, we know what the deal is. And then that's when Will Riley and Jameer Watkins come into play. Anyways, I mean, this game's a little bit, I don't know what to talk about this game. I mean, we got wrecked. We allowed them to shoot 47% from the field, 45% from the 3. They were on one. Norman Powell, Jakuchonis. Holy hell, Jakuchonis. He had, 4 threes tonight? Us, on the other hand, just 12 of 36, 33%. They out-rebounded us as well, 60-42. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, we had 19 turnovers. They had 18 steals on us. It's too many, lackadaisical plays. 21 offensive boards, second chance points is just crazy. We conceded 26 points after. I mean, like I said, after the first quarter, after the second quarter, sorry, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Let me get straight to my notes real quick. JSO says, do you think we can get 2 picks in the top 5 this year? If so, how? I don't think so. How? We will have to trade, I guess. Nah, I don't even want to think about it. That's impossible, dude. Because we'd have to give up like Alex. So I don't want to do that. I was thinking about this earlier today. I was just like, if we get scorned, like we pick 7 or 8, obviously Will Dawkins will sniff to trade up in the draft, considering he always does that. He's very aggressive, and I love that. But even then, if you're a team picking 5, if we get scorned and we're picking 7 or 8, would that team even consider moving back? Considering how, at pick 5 they're gonna get a freaking stud, and there'll be a bit of a drop off. So that's one thing I was thinking about. It's just like I don't know, would we do that? I don't think we would. If we're at pick 5 and we're guaranteed a guy like Kingston Flemings, and we're gonna go to pick 7 and probably get a guy like Darius Acuff, we got to put ourselves in their shoes. So I'm just like, I don't know. We might have to I don't know why I'm saying this, but I keep thinking about that. I'm just like, obviously Will Dawkins will do whatever it takes to trade up, but it takes 2 to tango. And I think considering how strong this draft class is, teams might not be willing to trade back, which sucks. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying this. This is just hell scenario. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna get top 5. We're gonna get top 5. Yeah. Let me see here. Let's see here. Let me go straight to my notes real quick. I mean, there's not much to talk about. Yeah. Like I said, Bub started off the game with a pull-up 3. Manning, this is hard, man. Losing hurts, man. Hey, Robert McCullum, man. It's the name of the game, unfortunately. Everybody's tanking. And we won, 8 games last year in March? It might get ugly in March, man. Not just because our players, we traded some of our veterans and all that stuff, but the fact that this is a close tank race. We saw the Jazz yesterday. The Jazz, man, right now a lot of teams are pissed off on us. A lot of NBA fans are pissed at us. And I'm just like, all right, I get it. You know what I mean? But if you're going to be pissed at us, then be pissed at everybody else who's tanking. Of course, New York Knicks fans are pissed at us. And I'm just like, miss me with that because, you see the Jazz blatantly tanking. The Pacers are blatantly tanking. If y'all don't know, the Pacers are also not playing their starters in the fourth quarter. The Kings are just really bad. The Kings are just bad. Who else? The Mavericks. It's going to get worse as the season goes along. But the Nets as well. Oh, my God. The Nets have been tanking as well. But I really don't like the fact that NBA fans are scapegoating us. And they're saying, oh, look at the Wizards. Consider trash-ass organizers going to freaking tank outright like that. I'm just like, why are you pointing us out? If anything, point to Adam Silver because this is the name of the game right now. I understand that, they need to reform the lottery system or procedures, but at the same time, isn't the Knicks the same team that tanked outright for Zion Williamson and they missed out on that? These Knicks fans, they're dropping videos. They dropped a video on Twitter, and it was just them bashing us last night of some Knicks content creator. And again, to each their own. But I'm just like, come on, dude. At least do some research. They're saying, oh, because of the Wizards, they're gonna change the lottery system or whatever the hell. I'm just like, dude, it's because of first off, the Sixers in the 2010s when they tanked just super atrociously. And in 2017, they changed the system with Adam. They changed the lottery system because of the Sixers with Sam Hinkie. And then now with us, sometimes if you're playing a game and you see everybody around you cheating, you need to cheat as well. It's a doggy dog world. That's my take on it. You know? Dude, everybody's cheating. It's the name of the game. Also, the Sixers last year tanked atrociously. And what happened? Adam Silver blessed them with the top 3 pick. You know? What do we need to do? We need to bribe Adam Silver? I just had to get off my chest, man, because I see a lot of NBA fans bashing us, and I'm just like, come on, like, do your... It's a doggy dog world, and we're just living in it, man. Alex Sars tonight started off. Oh, he was awesome in the first quarter, yeah. 5 boards, 2 assists. He blocked Jaime Jaquez. I talked about the starter shot 71% from the field in the first quarter. And then the bench mob came in, and it was just, it was a wrap. Thank you, Crocs Wild No Socks. Can't beat them, then join them. Thank you very much. That's it. That's pretty much it. That is it. I'm not trying to talk too much ish because I believe in karma, and I believe karma will catch up and, wreck my ass. But, we'll see. We'll see. I do believe, though, that Adam Silver definitely needs to consider, needs to definitely change the lottery odds system and everything like that. I definitely believe that. Oh, trust me. I know my team is doing this crazy. Trust me, I know. But if everybody around you is cheating and they're going to cheat to their own benefit, like Crocs Wild No Socks says, can't beat them, join them. Robert McCullum says, never will cheat. I play Call of Duty. I'm the flea. I hate cheaters. Oh, no, yeah, I mean, like, it's not like freaking the freaking Pacers have aimbot, but I don't, it's just the name of the game, honestly. It's just the name of the game, And one thing I'm tired about with the lottery system is that a lot of these big market teams keep getting blessed. There's a continuing pattern in that. The big market teams get blessed and the small market teams get wrecked. We saw the Jazz and us get wrecked last year. I was mad for the Jazz as well. I'm not going to lie. I was mad for them. I was like, what the fuck? That's not fair to them. And us, obviously. But, I like rooting for underdogs, which is why I like rooting for the, always the small market teams. But, like, just seeing the Mavericks jump and then seeing the Spurs. Oh, my God, the Spurs. Ugh, the Spurs. T-Rose says, Philly tank for VJ Edgecombe. Yeah, T-Rose. I talked about that. Hey, T-Rose. Philly just outright tanked. Like, they were sitting their players. It was bad. And they still got blessed. Nah, dude. Robert McCullum, aimbot, yeah. Yeah, I used to play Call of Duty too. Now I'm on Marvel Rivals. Anyways, yeah. Hey, I'll tell you this. If we are getting wrecked in the tankathon, like, I don't know. I don't want to jinx ourselves. Anyways, let's go to the tankathon and I'm going to call it quits, dude. Because this game, after the first quarter, what is it to talk about? Mind you, this is just the beginning. We are still in 4th place, but pretty much tied with the Nets. The Jazz play the Heat tomorrow on a second night of a back-to-back, so hopefully the Jazz beat them. I want to see the Jazz, Mavericks, and Grizzlies continue, getting distance from us in case we win. I'm also waiting for the Pelicans, dude. The Pelicans, I believe they're playing... Are they playing the Kings? The Pelicans have an easy schedule the rest of the season, and they have no incentive to lose. Hopefully, these dudes get on a winning streak. CWJ says, the Kings just suck. Should they be rewarded? The Kings just need to blow it up. Blow it up. And then get rewarded. They need to stop with this delusion. They got that, that Tommy Shepard delusion right now. They want to, I mean, early on in the season, they thought they're going to be something, 500 in the West. Nah, they need to blow it up. Blow it up and then rebuild and start with this, this pick that they might get, this top pick. The Pacers are in a weird spot. Everybody says, like, we saw that trade that they got for Zubac. And I thought they gave up a lot, but granted, Zubac is an awesome player. Mansell says, next week we played Indiana twice. What happens there? Is it next week? Let me pull this up real quick. I know we played them twice. It's after the All-Star break. I think it's a week and a half from now, bro. Because we play the Cavs, and then we are back on an All-Star break. So, yeah. We play the Cavs on Wednesday, and we're done. We're done for 8 days. And we play... How do you feel about the news? Says Ice Pan. Which news? The D'Angelo Russell news? We play the Cavs on Wednesday at Cleveland. And then, yes, Mansell was right. We play the Pacers 2 nights in a row at home. We'll see if Keyshawn George is available. In my opinion, just go. Obviously, I would like to lose both games, but I will be happy and content with just going 1-1, splitting it even. Split it even. Oh, I would be I would be upset if he won both games. I'm not going to lie. I would be upset. But I believe Will Dawkins, and I think he's going to do whatever it takes to lose those games. Like, I can definitely see, today's the 8th of February. So this is in 11 days. I can definitely see them resting Keyshawn George. I could definitely see them doing that. Key is in the All-Star too as well. We'll see what happens to him there. Damn. We'll see. Ice Panda about D'Angelo Russell. Yeah, I don't want him here on my team. I'm actually relieved of this news. I don't want him here. No offense to Russell, but I just don't want him here. I don't want him around my Young Bucks. Nah. I don't think it was ever a part of the future anyways. We'll see. I'm assuming they're going to buy him out or reach a mutual decision. But going back to this, look at our schedule, y'all. It's the Cavaliers. Then we're going to All-Star break. And remember, around this time, my bad. Oh, shit. Remember, what the fuck? Around this time is when they said that they would reevaluate Trae Young after the All-Star break. And in my opinion, I like to think that they would possibly consider sitting him out for the rest of the season. I mean, they know what the deal is. They've already shut down Anthony Davis. They're shutting down dudes like Sarr here and there, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't think he's going to play that much anyways. What are we? 14:38. There's 30 games left in the season. I think he might sniff 5, if that. But around this time is when they're going to reevaluate Trae Young. The 19. I don't think Trae Young's definitely not going to play against the Pacers. He's not going to play against these games. If you're going to play Trae Young, play him against the Rockets on March 2nd. But look at this. We play the Pacers, and the Hornets been on a roll. So hopefully, hopefully, when the Hornets do their job, Hornets been wrecking. And then we play the Hawks. McCollum, both in Atlanta. I don't know if Trae Young will be here for this game. Because you like to think it wouldn't be like he's going to be playing without I want the Trae Young back to ATL game to be very hyped up. I want it to be next year when we're fully healthy. We got 80 in the rotation, because these games will be meaningless for us. I mean, we know we got to lose, but I don't want Trae Young to be out there against. I want it to be a spectacle next season. There we go. I want it to be a spectacle. The All-Star break didn't get rid of D-Lo bum ass, simple extension ass. Yeah, nah, I agree. Hey, I appreciate it. Oh shit, Diddy just donated money. I appreciate it, P Diddy. Holy, I didn't think I'd ever say that in my life. Thanks, P Diddy. I'm not buying baby oil with this money. We should trade future draft picks to go up in the draft. Yeah, I mean, it depends where we land. If we get scorned in the draft, I like to think that's going to be the plan. If we pick in 7 or 8, I like to think they're going to go crazy. Like, they're going to offer, future draft capital to move up as high as they can. And I definitely agree with that. Didn't Dawkins say that AD might be available later this season, says John Applebottom? I don't think he did. But like in the report that was showed yesterday, that I want to stream about, they said that he's out. He's out. Pretty much for the rest of the season. Thank you. Actually, it never reminded me that there was a news report for AD, actually. AD is not going to be, which is, according to the notepad, Mansell says, Wizards GM Will Dawkins said on Sunday that he anticipates Anthony Davis playing at some point this season. Oh, really? Was this just dropped? Because the report from Chris Haynes 2 nights ago said that they expect him to shut him down for the rest of the season. And I like to think that's probably what's best. I don't see any new report on that. Check out the Chris Haynes report that was just dropped, I believe, on Friday night. What was they going to do? Oh, no. So there was... So there's a new AD update, actually. I'm going to look it up for you guys right now. It's a Will Dawkins video. Anthony Davis is going to be in Dallas for he has his personal training staff, I believe. And he won't rejoin us, I believe, till I think it's after the All-Star break. So he's not going to be on the bench with us. He's going to be in Dallas. I mean, let me look it up real quick. I saw it. Hold on. Where the hell is it? See, now there's another report. Anthony Davis is expected to return this season. It has to be probably from the press conference that was just dropped that I was talking about. Okay. Okay, so here's a video. I definitely saw a report saying that he's going to be in Dallas, though, for the time being. I don't know if I can play this video, actually. Fuck. Hold on. All right, so this ESPN article, so this is definitely something. All right, here you go. Damn it. Do you think we make one or more trades in the offseason? We'll see. Okay, so it says here, this was done today at 2:23 after the Will Dawkins press conference. Will Dawkins said Sunday that he expects Anthony Davis to return to the court this season, but that timeline will become clearer during the All-Star break. Yes. Remarks came out day after the Athletic, citing a leak source, reported that Wizards were likely shut down. So this is what I was talking about for the remainder of the season. So I guess Dawkins, I don't know. I think it's just, he's not backtracking. I mostly think this is just more of him. I think this is more of him trying to navigate around that question that was given to him. Let's see here. Quote unquote, this is Dawkins. The plan for AD right now is to go back to Dallas, like I said, and finish his rehab. During the All-Star break, he takes another visit for a doctor, and that's a big appointment for us to kind of see where his progress is at. He says he's still working on the court, Dawkins said. He's starting to do 1-on-0. He started doing a little bit more on 2-on-2 type actions. He's trending in a positive direction. I'd like to think that they're not going to play Anthony Davis, though. I don't think they're going to play him this season. Even though with this report, this is my conspiracy. I think this is to appease the tank police that's permeating around the freaking country. You know what I mean? Those dudes who are calling us out for the tank, I think Will Dawkins is just tossing it out there to be like, hey, man, he might return. We don't know. You know what I mean? But ideally, you don't want him, like, especially Anthony Davis, who, when he's healthy, he's going to have a huge impact. If I was to choose between having Trae Young or Anthony Davis come here to play for this season, for a couple of games, it would be Trae Young. Because AD, when healthy, would definitely help us win games. And not just by what we want, but the Wizards' actions have clearly shown they're willing to do whatever the hell it takes to lose these games. Huh. We'll see. So he's basically what they're saying right here. He's basically in the same boat as Trae Young, where after the All-Star break, he's going to be pretty much reevaluated. But if I'm a betting man, I think he's not going to see the court this season. Drummer Boy says, yeah, I think it's for the tank police too. His history supports him sitting out though. Yeah, I wouldn't be so. Yeah, I don't think this is anything. I think this is a beautiful PR tank move. It's a beautiful PR tank move. To get Adam Silver off our backs. Don't just go outright and say he's out for the season. Take your sweet time. Give people some hope. And then shut him down. I like to think they might even do that to Trae Young. We'll see. We will see. Anyways, I'm going to call it quits. 36-minute mark. Let me see. I feel like I have nothing else to say. Go Seahawks. Go Seahawks. James Mitchell says, I would much rather have Hardy than D'Angelo Snitch. Better player, in my opinion. Hardy, party for real chat. I agree. And also Hardy, we're going to do this and I'm going to call it quits. Hardy, I think the lights are too bright. I look pale. I know I'm sick, but I'm not that sick. Jaden Hardy. How old is this kid? Yeah, he's 23. So last year, 43 and 38 and 70 shooting splits. Not bad at all for a 22-year-old dude. He is a bit undersized, though. This year, 40 and 37. Would they play Hardy during the tank? I feel like Sharif Cooper is going to be the tank commander, but we'll see. They might give Hardy the Malachi Branham treatment, where Malachi was just getting sporadic minutes here and there, because Malachi definitely would have helped against the tank. Crocs10 Sock says, Dirty, have you had a chance to listen to that J. Cole masterpiece? No, I have not. People have been dogging on J. Cole. I'm a Kendrick guy. I know that's very freaking like, oh, you're a Kendrick guy. You're one of those assholes. Not one of those assholes, but like you're just like, oh, you're just following the crowd. No, I've been a Kendrick fan since Section 80. I was on the bandwagon before everybody hopped on board. Kendrick, I literally grew up with Kendrick. Like Kendrick was, when he was popping off in 2010, 2011, I was 17 years. I was a kid. I was in high school. Like I remember both when Drake and Kendrick popped into the scene. But I'm a Kendrick guy. Kendrick guy all the way. You can't talk ish about Kendrick on this stream. You can't. You can talk ish about my players, talk ish about the Vooch, talk ish about freaking, Sharif Cooper, but don't talk ish about Kendrick here. You can't. I'm a Kendrick guy too, but Cole made a legit masterpiece, says Base Maryland. I'll check it out. My sister's a huge J. Cole fan, and she was telling me to check it out too. But J. Cole, like the what happened with him when the Kendrick call out last year, kind of like, did it ruin his legacy to a certain degree? You know what I mean? As a hip hop guy, when somebody calls you out, you don't back down from that. hip hop is competitive. You know, that's like if you're on the court and somebody calls you out and says, "Hey man, 1-on-1," you're not gonna sit there on the sidelines and be like, "Hey, oh fuck, you know, I don't want to go." No, dude, you gotta, you know, you gotta freaking, you know, tie your shoelaces, double knot them, Jones. I think that's what messes up J. Cole. And J. Cole was playing a nice guy last year too, and he still got wrecked. I don't know. My bad. I need to charge my phone. We'll see though. I'll check it out though. I'll check it out. I like J. Cole, but I do see a lot of people, hip hop heads. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was disappointed with him too last year. He should have responded. Do you see a trade up in the draft for Washington if they really like a player at 1? You mean they really like Darren Peterson? We'll see. I said earlier in the stream, I don't know if they would. It takes 2 to make a trade, and these players are so good that I feel like some trade partners who are in the top 4 may not be willing to move out, no matter the compensation that we're willing to give up. Like, put yourself in that shoe at all. Base Maryland says, not at all. That wasn't a rap battle. It was a rap beef. J. Cole did the right thing. Yeah, perhaps. I'm not your go-to hip-hop dude. I mean, I love hip-hop. I was pretty much raised on hip-hop, but I'm not, like, I'm not up to date with the current hip-hop landscape. I'm not. I'm one of those assholes who says, I love 90s hip-hop. That's me. Or, like, early 2000s, but, like, I don't really listen to the new hip-hop now. You know? The newest hip hop I listen to is any Kendrick Lamar new album. But we'll see. I'm gonna check it out though. I'm gonna check out that new album because you're not the only person who told me that. Last comment of the day goes to Nomadic Brian. He's not reporting because he thinks that he might be better somewhere else. Nomadic Brian. He's not reporting here because he thinks he might be better somewhere else. Here it is, Nomadic Brian. No, this one right here. What he says, what's best for him and us in our future, as if D'Angelo Russell has any leverage or, you know, power to like dictate his own future. Like, bro, you're going to do whatever Dawkins says, boy. You know, like, what you going to do? I don't know. We'll see. Last comment of the day goes to Drummer Boy. Caleb is better than I thought for real. I would take him over Boozer. Hey, bro, I'm not going to lie. I've been on the Caleb Wilson bandwagon for months. I actually said like 3 weeks ago in a draft stream, I was just like, hey man, I think Caleb Wilson is actually closing the gap with Cam Boozer. And I was getting shitted on in the comment section. And I was just like, you know what? It is what it is. I can get shitted on. I don't give a fuck. But after that game, you know, Caleb Wilson is, people keep saying they remind him of Jermaine O'Neal. I see that. I definitely see that. But I think his ceiling is Kevin Garnett. Call me crazy. But he has it all. And he's 19 years old. And people underrate his dog. This man's a complete dog. Like, I think he is like the prototypical Wizards type players. He has the positional size. He is an advanced processor. His playmaking ability is severely underrated. He's a great pass. He has great vision. Defensive versatility, like I compare him to like an Alex Sarr type prospect where I think day one, Caleb Wilson is going to have a defensive impact in his rookie year. You know, but offensively, it's still developing. You know, it is just a ceiling, man. The ceiling with Caleb Wilson is so freaking high. Never mind the athletic plays or the dunks. I see this man dominating on a defensive end, being a defensive menace. Not dominating, but like a defensive menace, yes, in his rookie year. He is that good, dude. Don't forget, Jadakiss, if he comes back, he's going to be fired, says James. Yeah. Yeah, he's more of a KG and a dog factors where he's the biggest one. He's hungry. Yeah, Drummer Boy, I'm with you, man. Dude, I'm with you, man. Like, I think I need to see that Kevin Garnett comparison be floated around more. That Kevin Garnett comparison is what I came up with because I keep seeing Jermaine O'Neal, Scotty Barnes comparison. You see the KG comparisons. Caleb Wilson's 19 years old. He has a kill list. He said it multiple times in an interview. He has a kill list. He says, these players have been wrecking me or have been overshadowing me my entire, draft process. He's talking about Darren Peterson. Apparently, Darren Peterson did not play him did not pass the ball to him in the McDonald's game. He's talking about DeBonsa. Caleb Wilson is a certified dog. I think I need to see a little bit more of those Kevin Garnett comparisons, boy. Let's see here. Base Maryland's going off. He's the third best prospect. Boozer upside is low. Pretty much a finished product. Yeah. And I said this too. And I'm going to end the stream with this because I got to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not going to the Super Bowl. I'm going to be in Germantown, Maryland, for anybody who's in Germantown, Maryland. I'm going to end the stream with this. Dude. Things can change, obviously. There's still a lot of time left. But I'm saying this right now. Caleb Wilson's upside is higher than Cam Boozer's. Cam Boozer's floor is obviously much higher than Caleb Wilson's. Cam Boozer's a safer pick. But miss me with that. Caleb Wilson's upside is definitely much higher. Okay, not much. I don't want to diss Cam Boozer. I really like Cam Boozer too. But Caleb Wilson's upside is higher than Cam Boozer's, in my opinion. And look at our Wizards track record. Look at our Wizards track record. What do you see? A continuing pattern. Caleb Wilson is like pretty much, more polished offensively, but it's kind of like Bilal Coulibaly. Caleb Wilson is the Will Dawkins prototype. I'm already imagining or seeing Will Dawkins and the scouting team, drooling over having the opportunity to draft Caleb Wilson. I think DeBonsa is also a Will Dawkins prototype. But I'm not going to say Cam Boozer's not. I think he's in there. But I'm talking about lanky, positional size, athletic, advanced processor, defensive versatility. Defensively, his upside in the NBA is much higher than Cam Boozer's as well. Now, watch me say this, and we end up with Cam Boozer. We saw last year how Will Dawkins wanted Ace Bailey, and he fit the Wizards prototype, and we ended up with Trey Johnson. But granted, Trey Johnson was a blessing. We'll see. But my early prediction is I think freaking Caleb Wilson is up, high up in Will Dawkins' draft board, man. Anyways, I'm going to call it quits, y'all. I got to go. Take care, everybody. Go Wizards. We play the Cavaliers on Wednesday, and after that, we're going to the All-Star break. Take care, everybody. Peace, y'all. If you enjoyed the stream, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Go Seahawks. Let's go.